Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here, get on in here, get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. And this is now what you should be watching. Okay, okay. um, if this is for your first time coming across my channel, welcome, welcome to you. If you already been watching with me, welcome back. You know when I do the what you should be watching, we get into all of the things, okay? Sometimes there's special editions, there's things that's dedications, there's honorable mentions, okay? Some of the things you might hear me say is if you were under a rock and you missed it, old school classics favorites coming soon, soon come, and all of that, okay? But for the most part, we just really get into what is out, each month. So right now we're doing October because we in October, and I wasn't too sure if I was even gonna be able to do this month. So actually, I thought that last month would be my last one for a while. But since I had some time and things got switched around, I figured I would come up here and I would just go ahead and tell y'all about these things we got coming out. Listen, September was full of things. Okay, I could not watch everything. Typically, I give y'all an update and I let y'all know what I have been able to watch so far. I did watch, quite a few, but I definitely could not get to everything because it was just so much. And October actually has a lot too. So listen, I always say you should at least have one thing out of this that can be an interest for you, right? We don't all watch the same things. We don't all like the same things. I know some of my peoples is not really into the horror. They don't really, maybe don't like superhero stuff, but we got, I think, just about all different kind of genres up here, right? And I know that this is spooky month. I actually don't have a whole lot of Halloween stuff up here like I normally do. Last year I did like a whole breakdown of scary movies before I got into just the regular movies that was coming out. Again, because this was, I didn't even know I was going to be able to do it. I didn't have anything separate in here, but I know there's a few that may be horror, maybe thriller. We got our family things that we could watch together as a family. We got the things that the kids could watch. We got the, love story movies and the action movies or shows, whichever different ones, so it should be a couple of things, a few things, or at least one thing that you are like, hey, I could go ahead and check that out. And if you do like it, come back and let me know. If you hate it, you could be like, Samika, I don't know what the hell that was. I didn't like it. Excuse me. Or if you know anything that I should be watching, okay, we should be watching. Sharing is caring. Definitely let me know. Put it in the comments and I will pass it on. Um, so I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that I probably don't have that's for October, but there's a lot that I do have, just because of everything that was going on. There's even some things that I shared in the community tab that is basically like a lot of things that's coming out on Netflix. I think it was like almost 20 things, and some of those I don't have up here, but I have it there in the community tab. I also have some Tubi movies I shared, so y'all could check any of those out as well and see if it's anything that may be of interest to you. A lot of times, whatever I talk about up here, or the things that I'm most interested in seeing, or that I've already checked out, you'll also see me add those in the community tab, the Discord, and social media. Okay, so that's how we usually do that there, just in case for anybody that don't know or is not familiar. What's up, Demarcus? What's up, One Journey? Thank you for coming through. Hey, Lemon Kush Pepper. Yes, please hit that like, comment, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe if you were so inclined. Okay, definitely do appreciate that. Okay. So yeah, we gonna just go ahead and hop right into this because I, like I said, do have a good amount of stuff up here. And we're gonna start it off with the things that I have watched. Okay, what I have watched so far before we get into the things that's coming out in October. So first up, we have The Conjuring. This was my least favorite Conjuring movie. Okay, I am somebody that likes The Conjuring. I watched them. I've been watching them since the beginning. I wouldn't say that it is trash. Okay, like I said, art is subjective. Some people gonna have their different opinions. The critics gonna have their different opinions. I don't usually go by that. I still like to watch things for myself and see how I'm feeling about it. But having been a fan of the Conjuring movies again, I didn't think that it was like horrible trash, but I just was like, it's not one of the better ones to me. Okay. This more so felt like, of course, this was supposed to be the last movie, so they say, but I think it's going to be some other spinoffs. We have investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren taking on their last terrifying case, okay, allegedly involving mysterious entities that they must confront. And, this was more so around like Ed basically being sick. He done had 2 heart attacks. We don't want him to have any more, so we not really taking on cases. This was also showing that their daughter, kind of has picked up the same senses that her mother has. She's now getting married, possibly starting a family of her own, and her kind of figuring out, you know, how she's adjusting to things. And even though we say we're not taking no more cases on, it gets to a point where we kind of don't have no choice and we got to get involved in this case. And we're worried about Ed, and we're also worried about how this is going to affect her daughter, who Lorraine just, keeps trying to keep her out of this, but it just doesn't seem to be working. And when they went on this case, I just was expecting more. I was like, what is going on here? All I seen was a lot of falling down the damn stairs and a lot of, blowing here, blowing there, but it just wasn't doing it for me. That's all I could tell y'all. Okay. But, let me know if you watched it, what you thought about it, whether you liked it, you didn't like it, all of that good stuff. Put it in the comments. Okay. The next one up, I don't know why my thing is looking like this, y'all, but it's looking so tiny and small to me. I'm like trying to adjust stuff while I'm talking with y'all, but we gonna work through it. It's looking like really extra smaller than what it normally does, and I don't know why that is. But okay, we gonna just keep it moving. Let's see. Hey, Olin, how are you? Hope you having a good day. What's up? Talk that talk TV, okay? So yeah, next one we have up here. I don't know why, child. This thing looks so extra small. I don't know what's going on. They done made so many changes to StreamYard. Every time I come up here, I feel like I'm looking at Chinese. Okay. But next up, we have Taz. Taz is such a good show, y'all. This is one of the best shows on TV, in my opinion. Okay. The shows that I've really been rocking with have been Aliens. I thought that was good. Okay, a little on the ending for me, but overall, I really thought that was a good show. I feel like most of the shows I've been watching have actually been good. I haven't had so many complaints about them. I think they've really been stepping it up and putting a lot of stuff out there. It's just that it's so much that is like, how can you even watch everything? But I really like Taz. The freaking acting, mwah, okay, top damn tier. So in this one, we have in the working cities, suburbs of Philadelphia, FBI has a task force, and it ends up with the string of violent robberies led by an unsuspected family man. And baby, they got me all in this thing, okay, all the way in. I want to see how this is gonna end. I don't think it's gonna end too good, okay. I don't think it's gonna end too good. Protect Maeve at all costs. She said to fix it, hit the square to make it full screen, then hit escape, and it will go back to the normal size. Okay, let me try that because I don't know what is going on. This thing is tiny, tiny, tiny. Really way smaller than what it normally be. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's just something that I have pressed on my laptop. I know I saw it like this once before. And the crazy thing was I just got off from my self-care, and I don't remember it being this daggone tiny when I was up there. I don't know what the heck I just did from when I did that one to now. But I'ma still mess with it a little bit, but I ain't gonna try to really get myself too worked up about it. um let's see. No, I don't know what I just pressed, but I'm gonna stop pressing stuff, okay? So what the heck did I do now, child? I think I just made it worse. Um this is so weird. It is really weird, y'all. So yeah, task is definitely one that I would say is worth the checking out. Okay. I definitely have this at the top of my list. Then we have Only Murders in the Building. I always tell y'all this is just my guilty pleasure. This is actually one that my son and I like to watch together. It's not too many times that me and him really get together. I just was talking about that when I was on my self-care, but we like to watch this one together. And I always get a good laugh out of it. So, I don't know how many people watch that, but that's definitely one that I've been watching. I also have been watching Peacemaker, and even though I don't think Peacemaker, like the second season for me, hasn't been as good as the first, I still have enjoyed it. It's not where I'm like, again, oh, that's trash or anything, because if I felt like it's really that bad, then I'm not even gonna, like hate watch or force myself to watch something that I'm not really into. So that's just me personally. But yeah, so I've been enjoying that one. I'm trying to get back to where I was before, child. When I tell y'all this thing is irking my nerves, because I don't even know. Let me see. Was it this one? It might have been that one. Let's see. Because I feel like, okay, I feel like I'm in the way of the description. So with this one, Laura, child, this was a lot. This was a lot. The girlfriend, if you have not checked it out, we got Cherry, okay, she's the girlfriend, and then we got Laura the mama. And I'm gonna tell you, both of them is nuttier than the damn fruitcake, okay? I really was trying to figure out who was worse, and then with certain instances where Cherry was worse, because definitely it's something missing, okay? Something that ain't upstairs, the elevator don't go all the way to the top, cuckoo for the Cocoa Puffs, all of that. But Laura definitely took it too far at times too, where it was like, girl, I was with you till you did that. Now you done went, to a whole nother freaking atmosphere. For me, is a no for me, dog. Like, I don't know any mother that would do that. And so this was definitely a crazy one. I end up binging it because I just was like, I need to know what the hell, how the hell we gonna end this off? Like, what the hell are y'all two damn freaking cuckoo birds gonna damn do? Like, I just was like, this is definitely not gonna end well. And of course, this was on Prime. So if for any reason you haven't checked it out, I think that's one that you may find to be interesting too. Then we have Beauty and Black, of course. Myself and Candy Love have been discussing this one, did some reviews around it. I didn't get to do my own. I may still, talk about it before the next half of it comes out. Maybe, maybe not. But if you did not see our recaps, definitely go check those out. Listen, I'll be here for this. I do not take this seriously at all. I think some people is just not going to be that cup of tea. Some people are not into the Tyler Perry shows or movies. I completely get it, but I think this is one that you definitely can't take serious. You just got to look at it for what it is. I had a girlfriend of mine that was asking, like, is it ghetto? Because I don't do the ghetto shows. And I was like, yeah, girl, it's ghetto as hell. Like, I ain't even going to lie to you, okay? But it cracks me up every single time. Like, I'll be here for Charles and his shenanigans. I'll be here for Mama with her crazy ass, Mama Olivia. I'll be here for crazy ass Norman. I want to see Kimmy win, and I feel like she absolutely has to get rid of Damn Rain and what is his name? I can't even think of his name right now. Her two friends, but yeah, they got to go because they be doing too damn much. Okay, just making things go from bad to freaking worse. But whenever I'm down, I literally could go and turn this on and get me a good old damn laugh. Okay, so I'm not mad at it at all. I really, really enjoy it. Um, so yeah, that's one. Then of course the Tima is another one that I do watch and I do do reviews. We actually have the lives on Thursdays. I'll join EJ, Tika, Candy Love, Monique 69 Ways, I think is up there with us too. And sometimes we laugh at them, sometimes we gotta curse them out a little something, something too. I was like kind of like on some of the episodes this season, like they drop two at a time, and I feel like I'm kind of like in one more than the other, maybe like the last three goes around. But overall, I've been enjoying it. I'm wanting to see where the heck it's gonna go. I'm really interested and invested in um Connie's and Jeremiah's part of the story more so than I am even Zach and Fatima. I do want to know what's gonna happen with crazy ass Leslie, and of course, if y'all not familiar, this is a spinoff from Sisters, but they kind of have their own thing going. They're not really in line with Sisters, and sometimes that could be confusing if you're somebody that watches both. But if you just watch one or the other, then you pretty much is good. It's not necessarily where you have to watch Sisters in order to watch this, and I think that makes it good for a lot of people. But I was kind of frustrated with how we changed one storyline in Zatima for somebody that does watch Sisters. It was like, now where this storyline come from when in Sisters he's already supposed to have, not known about his son, then finds out about him and is fighting for custody because the mama's raggedy. But in Zatima, we gonna say that he was always around the son and that he had been paying custody for the child and the aunt had him the whole time. Whereas we like, lady, who the hell are you? Where you come from? Who is this aunt? So it's just a little nitpick of mine that kind of annoyed me, because then it's like, are y'all playing on our damn intelligence? Are we supposed to be stupid? Are we not supposed to remember that y'all said that? But for people that, don't watch both, I guess it really wouldn't be like an issue for them. But overall, I've been enjoying that. And it goes by so fast because they're putting out two episodes at a time, and then the episodes are not that long. So you really be like, oh, wow, damn, it's over already. You know, I do like the flow. I like the consistency as far as that part goes. And of course, Damn Sisters is about to be back this Wednesday. Like, we literally, they said mid season finale, and then literally came right back a week later. I'm like, damn, I thought it was gonna be longer than that. So of course, myself, Monique 69 Ways, and Candy Love do the recaps on that. We do like a live first reaction. All in says, is it coming back soon? I don't know. They haven't put out a date yet, but I know usually Tyler don't really take big breaks in between, so we shall see. Yeah, it's very comical, very very comical. Yeah. Mhm. Yep. Yeah, we already at the last two, and then it's gonna be the mid season for Zatima, so it comes up fast. It really does. But I've been enjoying getting together with the ladies and discussing that one. So again, if y'all watch any of those, definitely check out our recaps. Then you have the long walk, child. When I tell y'all, for me, okay, my opinion, this movie is depressing as hell, bitch. Okay, I was like, oh my god. And so of course you have, these group of boys, teenage boys that are, trying to compete in this annual contest known as the long walk, where they must maintain a certain walking speed or get shot. Okay, that within itself is crazy. And the fact that they're volunteering to do this, and they basically, win money and pretty much could get whatever they want allegedly, but like, you got to think about the circumstances of where their life is at, that they would even volunteer knowing that this is what the outcome is, and that you have to be able to walk. When they say long walk, bitch, they not freaking playing. Like, I would have been one of the first ones to get shot because my ass wouldn't have been able to do it. and to keep that certain speed for all these miles and miles and miles and miles that you're walking. And if you get tired, I mean, you can't stop to use the bathroom. Ain't no bathroom breaks, ain't no eating breaks, ain't no sleeping breaks. Like, this is crazy what it does to them physically and mentally. And I was like, dear Lord have mercy. This was like very crazy to me. I'm sorry. And even though I think it's like one of the first books that Stephen King ever wrote when he was really young, and we all know how, Stephen King could be, but even to know that this was like something that came from him, it still was not what I was expecting. Like, it's not one of his average ones to me, and I don't know how to explain it, but child, this was a lot. It really, really was. Um, Quite interesting. Then we have Watson gonna be back in the building. I almost forgot about this on my list. Now, this actually wasn't supposed to be coming back yet. It's coming back earlier than it was supposed to. So I don't know to take that as a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, it's definitely good in the sense that we getting to see it faster. Because I, for one, am definitely a Watson fan. I think they've been doing a good job on it. I was a little skeptical when I first heard about it, and I feel like every show that Morris Chestnut gets, they don't typically last long. Like, I know he had another show where he was a doctor. I think it was Rosewood. I really liked that one. And that went off. It doesn't seem like he gets to last too long up there. So I'm definitely rooting for him and hoping that we could keep this going for as long as we can, because we know there was a lot of cuts of a lot of other shows, okay? And his made it and had got, renewed. But then they pushed it up and it's actually coming out earlier. So I hope that that is for a good reason. That's meaning that we want more, and not, I'm not even going to put it out in the air. Okay. But just, I'm rooting for him and I hope that this works out. And we know that he's on, Reasonable Doubt as well. And we always love looking at Morris Chestnut. Okay. Chestnuts, as Inga called him. So, of course, this is a year after the death of his friend Sherlock Holmes. When he's first starting out, he's working over here, in the hospital. He resumes his medical career, along with who, well, I think she's his ex-wife now, right? She's like the chief there, but he does these like clinical trials and treatments for rare diseases, but he also has, some skeletons and some demons and some people that's kind of coming after him that he also has to deal with, um from his old life, right? That he still has to figure out. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this return, and I think they did a good job, like I said, with the last half. And I want to see what's going to be going on with Watson. Then we have Doc um on yeah, it's on Fox, and it comes September 14th. I believe Watson comes September 14th too, or was that September 13th? Let me double check before I move on. Okay, that was September 13th, and you can see that on Paramount Plus and on CBS. And then Doc is on Fox. I like Doc so far. This one was kind of like, she was this doctor, great, and then she got into an accident and she actually kind of lost her memory. So of course, if you lost your memory, you don't even know that you and your husband had this divorce. Y'all separated. He got somebody new. He about to have a baby. You was with messing around with the doctor in the hospital, and on top of you trying to figure out just your everyday life. Of course, with you being this doctor and you having this memory issue, you can't really do the things in the hospital that you used to do at the status that you used to be at, right? Because she had this bad car accident that affected her memory. She loses her memory. So when she's returning, she actually has to start out fresh as an intern and rebuild her life and, learn the things as well as her private life, personal life, and this profession that she pretty much has always had all over again. Because we can't just have you going in here diagnosing people, treating people, doing surgeries on people, and you ain't even got your memory right, girl. So this one is kind of interesting too. I'm knowing so many different doctor shows, so a lot of times people may feel like they don't want to add anything else onto the list. I definitely could get that. Then we have Gen V, and I am definitely a Gen V girl. Okay, I rocks with Gen V. I rocks with the boys. If y'all not subscribed to Talk That Talk TV, okay, EJ and Tika have actually, been watching The Boys and doing like reactions to that. I gotta go check out and see some of the video reactions they did too. But Gen V, of course, is a spinoff from The Boys, right? It's from the world of The Boys. It explores like the first generation of superheroes to know that they have superpowers, right? And Compound V, and they're over here inside of this damn school. And baby, just like these heroes are not your damn mama superheroes. They ain't what we know as superheroes. A lot of them are crazy as hell. A lot of them are damn villains, to be honest. But you know, they definitely have to test their like physical and moral boundaries, and child, they have to do a whole lot of stuff. They supposed to be trying to get top ranking in the school, but right now we just literally trying to survive out here in these damn streets, okay? So this is definitely one that I always enjoy. I think that had came back September 17th. I've been liking it so far. Um, then we have EJ said them um superheroes. Yeah, they crazy as hell. He said, reviews and reactions. I can't wait till we get to Gen V. Yeah, that should be definitely fun. Of course, Reasonable Doubt. This is something else that we do. We do the live reviews on, okay, reviews and recaps on Fridays. If y'all didn't see the one we did yesterday, definitely check it out. We be having a good time laughing it up, baby. It's a lot going down this season. I absolutely love Reasonable Doubt. I feel like this one is underrated. I don't hear enough people talking about it, okay? I don't see enough people watching and making sure that it gets renewed again, okay, as many times as possible. The fact that critics have this at a 6.5 rating, I'm like, that's why I can't go by the critics, because I'm like, there's no way that it should be 6.5. It should definitely be higher. Of course, we have Jack Stewart, who juggles work, family, friends, complicated personal life. You know, she's brilliant, she's fearless, she's a defense attorney in Los Angeles, and she has to kind of go at this justice system every chance she gets. And the acting is fire. Okay, we always have the all-star guests coming through, the freaking cinematography, the music. Like, it's tens across the board for me. Of course, we had added in Morris Chestnut the last season, and he's back this season. Not only is Jack struggling as far as work, but then her and Lewis with their shenanigans, child, has been so many ups, downs, ins, outs, and rounds and round and round we go, with their relationship and marriage and dynamic with the kids. This season we are dealing with Ozzy, who has a million damn problems, okay? Child, 99 problems and plus 10,000. Like, it's just a lot going on with Ozzy. And we always have these cases where we don't know, are they innocent, are they guilty, baby? They could be found guilty and be innocent, they could be found innocent and be guilty. They be flipping it, reversing it, throwing things at you, pow 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 pow, all the twists and the turns and the ins and the outs. We be having ideas, we be having people that we be like, I'm gonna keep my eye on you, but you never know. Like, sometimes we right, sometimes we wrong, and that's what makes it so much fun and makes it interesting. And you be getting pissed off because you be like, why is every damn client she get never want to tell her nothing but the truth, the whole truth, so help you God? Like, we always want to have some damn secrets that we keeping from her that she got to try to figure out. So I would definitely recommend Reasonable Doubt. If you haven't already been watching, it's definitely one to get into and get caught up on, and just go ahead and binge watch it, and you will not regret it. You will definitely enjoy that one. Okay. Next up we have Black Rabbit. Bitch, let me tell y'all something. I wanted to watch Black Rabbit just because I seen Jason Bateman in it, and I love me some Jason Bateman. I'm a fan of his, Ozark and all of the things, okay? So I'm like, I'm gonna check this out, all right? Now I think his name, damn, how I forget his damn name in here. Vince, I think they're brothers, right? We have two brothers. Um, so we have, is a New York owner of this bar, right? And you're figuring like his turbulent brother comes back and says, like, this is what the synopsis tell you, right? And when he opens the door, is like escalating dangers and all these threats and stuff like that just start coming down and messing him up and everything that he built. So when you hear this synopsis and then you start to watch it and you seeing all the things he going through and you seeing Vince and you just like, Vince, I want to root for you. Okay, I'm rooting for you. We are all rooting for you. You get to a point where you like, okay, yeah, Vince is doing his stuff and he is like, child, you should have closed the damn door and like hit the road jack, whatever the case may be. But at the same time, the brother who is Jude Law, okay, and I like him too, bitch, you ain't innocent in all of this. By the time I was like halfway through this series, y'all, I wanted to take both the brothers and smash their damn heads together and do the whole smash on both of them all up and down and around these streets. They was both running my damn blood pressure up, okay? But this show is so good. If y'all have not got a chance to check this out, this is definitely one that I would recommend too on Netflix, Black Rabbit. Baby, you're gonna be cursing them out, but you're gonna be having a good time while you're doing it. Okay. Then what is this one? Oh, Man in the Basement. I clicked on this because I really didn't have no intention on watching this one. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. And one day I was just, cleaning and I'm like, okay, let me put this one on, right? So I do remember like reading the synopsis, and shout out to Kendall. I remember her sharing like the trailer in the Discord, but I think I might have looked at it one time and didn't really pay no attention. So having said all of that, I really didn't know what it was supposed to be about. I'm like, okay, who's gonna be the man that's gonna be trapped in the basement? And this also had, besides Corey Hawkins, which I say, please be on the lookout for him because I think he's really good. And I think he's going to be doing more amazing things. But then you had William Dafoe, who I actually like him as well. And child, listen, Corey is playing Charles Blakely. And Charles Blakely is a man that's living in Sag Harbor, right? And he's kind of stuck in a rut, right? Everybody in the town don't mess with him. He's out of luck. At this point, he's a damn drunk, and he's a miserable drunk at that be cursing everybody out and, starting stuff with his friends, the last two damn friends or one friend that he do have. And you see that he's living in a predominantly black, owned place. And he actually is about to lose his home and his ancestral home that I think had been in his family for more than 150 years. Of course, he had his own hopes and dreams, and he had moved away at one point, and then he comes back to take care of his mother, and I think it was his uncle, her brother later on, right? But then he still is just there, and he's lost his job because he was accused. I think he was working at the bank, and he was accused of taking some money or whatever have you, right? So it's just like everything that could go bad for him has been going bad. But then all of a sudden, this peculiar businessman with a European accent, who is William Dafoe, comes and knocks at his door. And he's offering him, right? I think it was 65,000 to rent out his basement, okay, for the summer. First thing he says to him is like, do you have a standing basement? So I'm like, well, what the hell is this man gonna be doing? Because you see a black man, he's struggling. Then you got a white man popping up. I'm thinking like he probably gonna be stealing his stuff. He probably some kind of way maybe gonna end up taking the whole house from him because at this point he's in the verge of possibly losing the house anyway, right? They keep saying he's behind in the payments and they about to, get him up out of here. And he's like, I can't lose the home that my, family have had for all these years. And so, of course, if somebody just all of a sudden pop up at your door and they talking about I could give you 65,000 for the summer, and you've been dead damn broke, that's gonna be kind of interesting to you. But at the same time, it's like, this is very suspicious. Okay, this is suspicious. I don't trust this. I'm giving this white man the side eye because what's the odds and the chances that something like this would just happen out of nowhere? And on top of that, a friend of his tells him, like, listen, you got a whole bunch of antique stuff in your basement. And I know this girl that, does antique sales. He's like, maybe it's something, in your basement that actually could be worth it. And when he starts pulling out the stuff and the lady comes to look at it, she's actually telling him, like, wow, this stuff is really, is more than what he expected. Like, it is worth a lot of things. And he finds these African masks and different things that she's like, some of this you may not, want to sell, like just because this is your heritage and it comes from your family, you may want to hold on to it for yourself, and or maybe even put it like in a museum or something along those lines, but not necessarily make a profit off of it. So it really kind of boils down to like, how much do you want this money? What would you be willing to sell or give up to get it, right? Would you sacrifice yourself? Would you sell your soul? And that type of thing, just to be able to have the monetary things. And at the same time, we trying to figure out what the hell is going on with this William Dafoe character that shows up. And this actually ended up being way more interesting than what I thought it was going to be. It is based from a book of Walter Mosley, which I didn't realize that. So by the time we got to the end of it, I was like, oh, Walter Mosley, I know him. I'm like, yeah, this is making way more sense now. Okay. But yeah, I would definitely recommend that y'all take a little peekaboo at this one, honey, because it was not at all what I thought it was gonna be. And some things was kind of, the direction that I thought it was gonna go in, but it definitely was interesting. Um yeah, Demarcus, I got that one up on the list too. The Kiss the Spider Woman. We'll get to that in a minute. Yes, please do, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like, okay, comment, subscribe if you are so inclined. I appreciate everybody for coming through. What's up, Miss T? How are you? Happy Saturday. I hope you having a good day. 1 minute, y'all, because I tell y'all, all of a sudden when I came up here, I started feeling like I'm congested. Okay, 1 minute. I don't know what I done hit. So yeah, Man in the Basement. Okay. Moving on from there, we have him. Lord of mercy. Okay, this was definitely a controversial one. It seemed like everybody had different opinions. A lot of people was going in on it. Marlon Wayans was putting out a lot of stuff because he was like, what y'all not going to do is just try to bash this damn movie. I have put out a lot of things from back in the days and had a lot of critics say it was whack to, the scary movies or White Chicks or whatever have you. And later they became cult classics, and he made some points. Okay, some white points was made. He wasn't lying about that. But again, I just feel like art is subjective. Not everybody's gonna like the same things and be into the same things and look at the same things. And then when they were promoting this movie, you kept hearing Jordan Peele, Jordan Peele, Jordan Peele, and a lot of people was like, "Oh well, either they like Jordan Peele or they don't like Jordan Peele, or they feel like his last movies wasn't whatever." And you was hearing more about Jordan Peele than anything, and that was kind of bugged out to me because I was like, Jordan Peele is just the producer. Like I barely heard the damn director and writer, which was Justin Tippin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name right, but you barely was even hearing about him. So, that's whatever with that. Like for me, there was some aspects I liked, there was some aspects I didn't like. I definitely feel like Marlon is going to get nominated for a lot of awards. Whether he win them or not, that's a whole nother story. But I feel like he did his thing. He gave it his all. Some of the cinematography and graphics and things of that nature was on point. I just feel like maybe they didn't really hit the mark or wasn't able to capture everybody into it the way that they wanted to, or maybe that was the way that they wanted it, but people just didn't receive it in that way, right? Of course, this was supposed to be about a young athlete who descends into a world of terror when he's moved, invited to train with this legendary champion whose charisma and curdles, into something darker. And I think a lot of it is like, again, what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you going to sell your soul? Are you going to get into the things of the Hollywood life? Or, what's the effects of being an athlete and being a football player, and, just a whole bunch of things into that. But yeah, Marlon did what he had to do in the movie. I will say that. So it's not on him, I feel like, when it's all said and done. Um, then we have next up that I did watch. Oh wait, I done skipped one. Tulsa King. I'm definitely watching Tulsa King. Shout out to Inga. She's been doing reviews on it. Okay, I haven't been doing reviews, but I have been watching it. I think that Tulsa King is really good. To me, season one was like really great. Season two, we fell down a little bit, and I feel like so far with these first episodes that they dropped this season, they've been back on point for me. Of course, we have Sylvester Stallone playing in this, and this is another Taylor Sheridan. And I always say Taylor Sheridan shows is on point. Whether you looking at Mayor of Kingstown, which that's also coming back, you looking at Lioness, which we just finally got a renewal for that. That's top tier. Um, they have the Yellowstones and the spinoff from the Yellowstones, and I know it's something else, Landman. It's quite a few from him, and to me he be on point. Now I did just learn recently that he don't believe in unions. He do all his writing, but I have to give him the hats off for his writing, because I feel like a lot of times, like, people know when it's a Tyler Perry thing because Tyler Perry kind of sticks to the same formula. Power, they stick to the same formula. But I feel like with Taylor Sheridan, even though he's the writer of all of these, he write all of them in a different way, telling different stories, and he's very good at it. I have to give him, his credit where it's due as far as that. However, karma, I did recently hear like he doesn't really support the unions and different things of that nature that I ain't really too into. But that's another story for another day. But he is on point when it comes to that, and I would recommend any of his shows. Okay, and they're also supposed to have a spin off with Samuel L. Jackson, okay, but he gonna be down in NOLA. He gonna be down in New Orleans, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. So I'm thinking we'll probably see Samuel Jackson, towards the ending of the season. But of course, he was in prison for over 25 years, and he was a New York guy. But now they kind of thought that they were being funny by sending him, excuse me, to Tulsa, Oklahoma. But when he got out there, he actually ended up doing his thing, getting his own crew together. So it really worked out for him in a way that they probably wasn't, expecting it to. And now that it did, you kind of have even more people coming after him, and this one want this, that one want that, off of what he's making now that he's been able to make, his way out. Hey, One Journey said, until next time, take rest, relax, rejuvenate, brilliant minds. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Um, so that's what we had going on there. Then we have the lowdown. I like this one so far. This is on Hulu. Um, and this is for Ethan Hawke. I'm definitely an Ethan Hawke fan. And he's a determined book store owner in Tulsa too. Okay, speaking of Tulsa, and he investigates, he moonlights, I should say, as an investigative journalist, digging into local and corruption. When he's reporting, uncovers these sinister connections. Of course, he must protect both his family and the truth. And child, he be a hot damn mess in here. This started September 23rd. I think it's 3 episodes so far, so it's enough time for you to go ahead and catch up on it and see if you like it. Then we have Marvel Zombies. I actually enjoyed Marvel Zombies a lot. I feel like they've really been doing a good job with the animations for me so far. Like X-Men 97, I absolutely love that one. We have Wakanda Forever. Not Wakanda Forever. What the heck was the name of it? I know it was a Wakanda animation that came out recently, child. My mind is blank, but I had enjoyed that one. I feel like they be in a bag when they get to these animations, and I would like to see them be able to do more of these as far as the real life ones. Like we had Blade in here and Baby. I was like, if we could give that in live action, we would be on point. We had Black Panther, but then it was like a little because Black Panther wasn't talking. We kind of had a narration from Spider-Man. So, I'm sure people probably have their different opinions around that, but overall I thought that was pretty good. Put it in the comments. Let me know what y'all thoughts are if y'all seen any of these. Then we have Wayward. Child, Wayward was crazy as hell. Okay, of course I wanted to check this out because of Toni Collette. I absolutely love her. This was like you live in this small town where everybody pretty much knows everybody, and knows everybody business and all of that kind of stuff. And we got one damn store, one police that's for everything, one school that's for everything, and all of that, right? And this lady who used to live there and is returning with her partner who was going to be a new officer out here, and they're expecting a baby. We kind of come and we're like, okay, people are leaving us gift baskets outside the house with a little food, and people seeming like they friendly, but then it seems like it's some other kind of weird funny stuff going on, right? And usually, if it's these troubled teens, they get sent to this school, which Toni Collette is the head person of. And supposedly, we're helping to, kind of reconstruct them and change them from being into troubles. And one of the first people that the officer ends up, kind of getting caught up with is somebody that's running away from the school that's saying no. It's other things that's going on in this town. There's other things that's going on in this school that y'all don't know about, okay, and that you don't know about, and it's absolutely bonkers, okay. Quite, it was quite interesting. Then we have actually what is it, one battle after another. I actually just got to watch this last night. This was an all-star cast. Yo, I didn't even recognize Sean Penn. I was like, wait, that's Sean Penn. Then we had oh my goodness, what is her name? I'm so mad right now. Tiana Taylor. We had Regina Hall, Leonardo DiCaprio, who was absolutely giving me Jack Nicholson in this movie. That's what he was reminding me of. We had Benicio del Toro. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but this was a crazy story. It really was. And they was acting their asses off. Okay. Of course, when their evil enemy resurfaces after 16 years, because there's this group of revolutionaries, that's running around doing all of these things, and some get away, some don't. But later, the ones that did get away, we thinking we out of the clear and everything is good because they kind of give them these spaces to go hide. We got new identities and all of that, and we got code words that we supposed to use just in case anything resurfaces. And it gets down to basically, I don't remember their names, but the character that Leonardo was playing, they done came and took, it was him and Tiana Taylor's daughter. We gonna kidnap her and you gonna have to get your damn daughter back. And so he's kind of fighting to get her back. But it was a lot going on in this movie. It's definitely one of them movies that you have to kind of be paying attention to. Because there's so much happening. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. I have to blow my nose, child. And I was feeling fine earlier. All of a sudden, when I got up here a little while ago, it's like everything is happening. Wait a minute, y'all. Sorry. Okay, Miss C said the Wayward was crazy, so you got to check that one out. Yes, it was, girl. I said, what is going on? But I like a little bit of crazy, so I was definitely like all in trying to figure out how this thing was gonna end. Okay, where were we going with this? So yeah, that was interesting. And then we have Ruth and Boaz. I love this, y'all. I know this was another one that was kind of controversial. Okay, people that, the Christians of it all and the churchgoers of it all was kind of like, oh, this was trash. This was so horrible. I couldn't get past the first 5 minutes. And again, I think either people kind of like Tyler Perry stuff, or they don't, and they already be coming into it with a negative space. But for me personally, even though I did have critiques, I had nitpicks. If y'all did not see it, we did a review over it. So definitely go check out that review. But for me personally, the critiques and the nitpicks that I had was not enough to make me not like it. I feel like they brung a story that is from the Bible, okay, the book of Ruth, and made it advance to the times that we are in now, and things that the younger people or the older people or the in-between people, middle-aged people, whatever, can all kind of relate to and see some different aspects of their self inside of it, and also still get a beautiful love story and be able to get a lesson out of it too. It was not your average Tyler Perry film. Actually, it wasn't even a Tyler Perry film. He was just behind the production, and I know that him and Devin Franklin have actually teamed up and are going to have a lot of different projects that they're working on. And for me, I felt like if this is going to be the start to the projects that y'all have coming, I'm absolutely here for it. And I want to know what other things y'all going to have coming out. That's how it was for me, right? I can only speak for myself. We had Michael Elliott, I think, as a writer. We had Alamina, I don't Bowen or something like that. I don't want to mispronounce people's names. I'll chop a name up in a minute. As director, we had Saria, and Tyler Lepley, of course, as Ruth and Boaz. We have Felicia Rashad as Naomi, and they did what needed to be done as far as I'm concerned. I could go back and watch this again and again and again, and it would be okay with me. It would be one of the ones that definitely will stay in my library. I didn't get a chance to talk about it on my own. Who knows? Maybe later down the line I will. But like I said, we have a review up. If y'all didn't get to see it and y'all want to hear the full thoughts on it, I definitely would say please go check that out. So now we're getting into the things that is out for October, that is on streaming, okay, services and TV, or is coming to movie theaters. And the first one that we have up is, if you are a Chicago PD fan, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, okay, we got thousands of the Chicagos, just like we got thousands of the damn Law and Orders, okay? These all came back on October 1st. So if you are a fan of any of those, then I know that you guys are happy to have that back. I've been seeing those trending on social media. Let me know. Put it in the comments if y'all watch those. Then we have Love is Blind. I have never watched this, but I hear so many people talking about it, always seeing it trending. Maybe one day I'll get caught up on it, but I don't know about getting caught up because they already on season 9. But this also came out on October 1st, and this is on Netflix. Put it in the comments. Let me know if y'all watch that. Then as we move on, okay, we have Play Dirty. Play Dirty is going to be, is on Prime Video already. This also came out October 1st. This is another one coming from Mark Wahlberg. I feel like Mark Wahlberg movies sometimes is kind of a hit and a miss. Some things work, some things don't, okay? But Lakeith Stanfield is in it, and that's what kind of caught my eye because I really do like him. And this is a ruthless thief and his expert crew stumble onto a heist of a lifetime. Okay. So we going out here to try to see if we can get some money, 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 money. All right. So that's one. Then for the kiddies, okay, for the little kitties, or just like a little family movie, if you will, we have Dr. Seuss Horton. Okay, this is also on Netflix. This is October 6th. It follows the sweet-natured young child, I cannot pronounce that, and I'm not even going to try, who will explore the jungle with some of his friends, and they will learn to stand up for what is right. Okay, so you got any kiddies, any nieces, nephews, grandkids, or whoever, that may be something that they want to go ahead and check out. And then we have Bone Lake. Okay. Bone Lake in theaters. Let me tell y'all right now. I'm sorry, y'all. October 3rd. Okay, it came out. And so this is a couple's vacation is secluded at a secluded estate is upended when they are forced to share the mansion with a mysterious couple. A dream getaway spirits into a nightmarish maze of sex, lies, manipulation, triggering battle for survival. So this might be one of them Halloween ones, okay? Little spooky spook with the Bone Lake. Then we have Killing Faith. This is also October 3rd, also in theaters, okay? Um, in 1849, a widow doctor escorts a freed slave and a daughter across the West to find distant faith healer. The mother believes that the girl is possessed. The doctor suspects disease, but one fact remains: everything that touches the child dies. Ooh, that's interesting. And this is with Guy Pearce and DeWanda Wise. I like her a lot. And Bill Pullman. Okay. Y'all could hear for some reason I'm losing my voice, so just bear with me. Um, but those are in theaters, okay. And then we have Good Boy. I've been seeing a lot about this. I've been seeing the dog been out here on the damn red carpet, okay. Um, so with this is also in theaters. This is actually also October 3rd. So all these first ones that I just said are October 3rd. We have a loyal dog who moves to a rural family home with his owner. They minding their business only to discover a supernatural force lurking in the damn shadows, bitch. Okay. As dark entities threaten, his human companion, the brave pup must fight for his life, okay? Fight for the right, fight to protect the one that he loves the most. So that is the Good Dog. There's a couple of dog movies that's out, child. And they said, okay, we gonna give the dogs they time to shine. Um, so that's what's going on with that. Then we have the Lost Bus, Apple TV. This is another one, y'all. Okay, Apple TV is coming through. When I tell y'all that Apple TV is really on top of their game, they really don't be missing. This is what Matthew McCartney, America Ferrioga. Y'all know what I mean, child. And this is a wayward school bus driver and a dedicated school teacher battle to save 22 children from a terrifying inferno. Okay, Apple TV, also October 3rd. So we are continuing with the October 3rd. A lot of stuff came out on October 3rd. Um, and like I said, if it's not already up in my community tab, I'll put it up there too, so that y'all can have a reminder if it's anything that you don't remember, that you may want to go back and see, like, what was that one she said I should check out? Okay. And so I definitely have that at the top of my list. Then we have Steve, also October 3rd, also coming in from Netflix. There's a lot of these that Netflix have this month. And you have Cillian Murphy, Tracy Ullman. It follows a head teacher, Steve, battling for his reform college survival while managing his mental health. Concurrently, a troubled student, Shy, navigates his violent tendencies and fragility, torn between his past and his future prospects. Okay, Steve. Might be interesting, you never know. And that one is on Netflix. Okay. Again, right now we still on October 3rd. Then we have Monster. I watched the first 3 episodes of this morning, and I was a little skeptical because I don't know why I didn't remember that this is damn Ryan Murphy, and shit gets sketchy with Ryan Murphy sometimes. Like, it's a hit and a miss with him too. Some things be really, really good, And some things we be like, what the hell are you doing, Ryan? Okay. So I guess he feel like he's in his bag now as far as, doing how do you say, like, I guess, real life movies or whatever, biographical movies. And like some of them he have done good, but some of them I haven't cared that much about. Of course, we had Monsters with the, Menendez brothers. We had oh gosh, what was the other one? Well, I'm so mad that my mind be going blank. We had the one that was like about the baseball player, I can't remember his name, the football player. Um he was behind that one. Then we had, oh gosh, child, why is my mind so damn blank right now? I hate that. Because I know he does like some of the 911. He's done Glee. He has the American Horror Story and then American Horror Stories, which I'm pretty much a fan of those. He has Scream Queens, which I really like that one. But some of the other stuff, I'm like, sometimes I'll just be feeling like he be doing a little bit much. Um, and he had Poise, which I actually did Pose, which I actually did like that one. So I can't say that there's like nothing that I like from him. He had Grotesque, which I think that was out last year, and I had kind of like that one. He had the American Crime Story where he covered like O.J. Simpson. I actually think he did a good job with that. And oh gosh, what was the other one he did? He had one for O.J. Simpson. I'm so mad, y'all. I should have wrote it down because I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. But I know one was like O.J. Simpson. Um, and it was like Versace, I want to say. I think one was O.J. Simpson, one was Versace, one was like the one of the presidents or something like that story. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? Um so yeah, he has had his hand in those, and um he did Feud, he has had his hand in them, but I feel like is a hit and a miss, and sometimes he adds in extra things that he may not have necessarily needed to, in my opinion. But I will say the first 3 episodes, especially the first episode, just when it first started, I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? Like, child, is a lot. Is a lot. And of course, if y'all do want to know things about Ed Gain, they do have a whole bunch of documentaries up on YouTube, right? But this is like an anthology series about a high profile crimes and, taken outs captured by public attention. Of course, he was a serial taker outer, and he was sick as hell. Like, a lot of movies have been based around him, whether you look at Psycho or you look at Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, so many actually came from this sick ass individual right here. Okay, I'll just tell y'all that. So that may be one y'all might want to check out. Okay, could be not. um, then we have the Smashing Machine. I know this has been the talk of the town. Like, they're saying The Rock is probably going to get a whole bunch of awards for this. That he really transformed into, Mark Kerr. He looks exactly like him. He got like a standing ovation. I actually do want to check this out. Um, this also came theaters October 3rd. So all of these are October 3rd. Like, we haven't even got all the way into October yet, right? And this is the story of mixed martial arts UFC champion with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and of course we have Emily Blunt in there too. I do want to see that one. I want to see what it's talking about. Um yeah, the way my throat is hurting right now, child. Hey, Candy Love, Candy Love. Baby, we was talking about the boys. Like, yeah, Candy, I told you them boys don't be playing, baby. Okay. She said, I just watched the promo for Smashing Machine and it looks interesting. Yeah, it do. It really does. It really does. Um, so 1 minute, y'all. I'm sorry, I gotta keep stopping, but my throat and my nose is doing a number on me. Okay, as we proceed, the next one we have is maintenance required. Okay, and I want to say that this one is on Prime, October 7th. All right, we have Charlie, a force is forced to reevaluate all female mechanic shop, unknowingly confides in her online confidant beau, who turns out to be her real life business rival. Their connection blossoms, okay, amidst the professional rivalry. So this is like one of them type of, love story rom-coms, if you will. It's probably a little cute, key being as though they're rivalries, but at the same time they actually end up finding each other online and having a connection there, and probably don't know that, they're talking to each other at first. So that is on Prime, and that is October 7th. Okay, so I think the next couple of ones we have is actually October 7th. Then you have Tron Airs, which is theaters October 7th, and it is a highly sophisticated program. Is sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission. Okay. And Caramello, on Netflix. Okay, maybe something for the kiddies. I don't know. This is also October 7th, and is an endearing stray dog embarks on an extraordinary journey, forging unlikely friendships and overcoming obstacles. So I told y'all it's like a couple of them that, this must be the year of the dog baby, because they bringing the dogs out. Okay, who let the dogs out? There's a couple of them that's dog movies, but that's probably a cute one to watch together as a family. That's Netflix. Okay, October 7th. And then we have another one that's with dogs, is Old Dogs New Tricks, a mini series also from Netflix. Okay, and also October 7th. So it's pretty much same date, same streaming service. And this one is Yova has a pet store and employs her uncle, a rural veterinarian. Okay. So it ain't looking like it's really too much to that, but you never know. It could be a cute little movie. And then moving on from there, we have Souls on Fire in theaters. Okay, this one will be in theaters October 7th. And it is basically where after suffering an accident, a young boy ends up relying on his family, his faith, and his community to help fight for survival. Okay. And that sounds like a cute little family movie. And then we have Kiss of the Spider Woman, which is what Demarcus was talking about. So this is gonna be in theaters also October 7th. And I heard Jennifer Lopez talking about this. I think she's behind it and also starred in the movie. I know she talked about how important it was, that amidst her divorce from Ben Affleck, she was telling him how much she really wanted to do this movie, and he basically, I guess, gave her the funds and helped her to be able to do it. And she was very appreciative of him, for doing that. And so it's supposed to be Valentine, a political prisoner, shares a cell with Millennium, convicted for public indecency. It's an unlikely bond that forms as Millennium recounts a Hollywood musical plot starring Ingua Luna. So I don't know, but this was important to her. It was something she really wanted to do. And overall, I think Jennifer Lopez is a good actress, and a good dancer. Okay, that's what I know her for. I don't know about that other stuff. So, it may be interesting. It's definitely kind of like the streets is talking about it or whatever. Now, we do have some documentaries on the list too, and this is one of the documentaries. This is the Alabama Solution, October 10th, coming in on HBO Max. And this is basically incarcerated men defy the odds to expose a cover up in one of the most America's deadliest prison systems. Okay. So this is the Alabama Solution. This is HBO Max, October 7th, and they are exposing the deadliest um, prison system in America, child. I'm sure they probably ain't the only one, but that sounds interesting. I may check that one out. Okay. Then coming up next, we have The Last Frontier. The Last Frontier, another one that's coming in from Apple TV, and another one that is on October 7th. Okay. And with this one, we are, I'm sorry, y'all, I have to keep making it big because for some reason this thing is so tiny, it's hard for me to see. So, this one we follow Frank Remnick, a U.S. Marshal in charge of quiet and weathered barrens of Alaska, as he marks to a deal with a prison transport plane crash full of violent inmates inside his jurisdiction. Okay. So this one might be something that you should be on the lookout for. This is probably something that's, talking about something, because Apple TV really don't be missing. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I always tell y'all every time I get up here, that's like one of the top ones. Then we have A Woman in Cabin 10. This is coming from Netflix, also October 7th. I've been hearing about this one. Okay, a travel writer stumbles upon a gruesome secret while traveling aboard a luxury ship. And this actually has Keira Knightley in it, and I do like her. Okay, this is one that I definitely have checked off on my list. So that is going to be The Woman in Cabin 10. That's going to be on Netflix, and that is also October 7th. So you see, we probably had like maybe 10 that was coming out October 3rd, and I think we got like another 10 that's all October 7th. Let me check in with y'all and see what y'all saying in the comments. I'm sorry, y'all, because when I tell y'all that this stream y'all look like Chinese to me, they got so much new stuff up here. Then they got this damn freaking little ass screen where I can't even see nothing. I don't even know, y'all, but we making it do what it do. We getting through it. Candy said we saying who let the dogs out very slowly at my grandma's dog funeral. Okay. What's up, Support Gaming? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate it. So yeah. The next one up is Roof Man. This one is theaters. This one is October 7th. Okay. So I'm going to pull it up closer so I can see what the hell the synopsis says. And basically, this is with our boy Channing Tatum. We also have Christian Dunst in here, and we got Lakeith Stanfield in here. Baby, Lakeith stay booked and damn busy. Okay, you hear me? I'm not mad at it. So we have a charismatic criminal while on the run from police, hides on the roof of a toy store. Then he adopts a new identity and becomes involved with an employee, beginning a relationship as unlikely as it is risky. Woo, that sounds like a lot. Okay, so that is Roof Man in theaters, also October 7th. And then we move on. 911. Okay, someone please call 911. Now they don't piss me off. I love me some 911, and I love me some Angela Bassett. But bitch, not y'all coming back talking about we gonna be in space after y'all done took Bobby up out of here. Like, I know this ain't what Bobby died for, bitch. What? Then I look like I see something in the damn preview where and I can't even think of his damn name right now, where he's like jumping in about to save somebody from a damn shark. I said, what is going on? Like, bring Bobby back, okay? Bring Bobby back. But 911 on ABC, of course it used to be on Fox and they moved on over. Okay, they said we gotta ease on down the road. That come back October 9th. So put it in the comments. Let me know, if we have any 911 fans in the building. Okay. This thing is really bugging out, y'all. Like, I don't even know what's happening with my computer right now. I don't know if y'all can still hear me. I don't know if it's still going on. I'm gonna try to give it a couple of minutes because I can't even explain to y'all what's happening on my damn screen right now. What the hell? What the hell? There's a lot going on. But you have yet to watch 911. Yeah, and then they got all these 911 spinoffs. I guess they say if Law and Order could do it, we could do it too. He said the worst Photoshop. Okay, I'm like, not y'all trying to send Angela into space, bitch. What are we doing here? So, yeah, there's that. Then we have a documentary actually on John Candy, and I do really, really like John Candy. I was a fan of his. He used to crack me up. He was in a lot of, the things back in the days. And so this documentary is actually going to be on Prime. It's coming October 10th, and it's called John Candy, I Like Me. It explores the life and legacy of the iconic funny man John Candy, who died of a heart attack in 1994 at the age of 43. And it don't even seem like it was 94. Damn, that was the year before or 2 years before I had my damn son. Lord of mercy. Like, damn. Time be really, really flying. But I do remember when that happened. And, of course, I think we're going to get like some narrations from Tom Hanks, Steve Martin, Bill Murray, the people that was out here working with him and knew him best and things of that nature. So I may check that out if I get a chance. Like, it's so much stuff coming out. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It's hard to even say you're gonna be able to see all this stuff. You would definitely be lying, okay? But it might be something, like I said, that you might want to see what it's talking about. Then I am so looking forward to this one, y'all. And if we could do some kind of round table and talk about it, depending on what the, situation be, I'll talk with the people's behind the scenes. This would definitely be one on my list. I think this is going to be giving something right here. Okay, this one is Murder. Okay, Death in the Family, October 15th. This is also based off of real life events, and this is, of course, with my girl Patricia Arquette that do not be coming to damn play. Okay, it's following Alex Murdaugh, Stranger Than Fiction family drama, based off Mandy Matney's hours of reporting as well as exclusive insights from years spent on the case. And I'm going to go ahead and say that this is one that y'all definitely should be watching. I'm just going to take a wild guess that this one is going to have the streets talking. Okay. So that one would be at the top of my list too. Then as we move on from there, we're going to see Devil in Disguise, okay, on Peacock, October 16th. So I believe this might be another documentary. Yes, this is actually on the John Wayne Gacy. Okay, John Wayne Gacy. So for my people that like the documentaries of them all, I'm giving y'all some documentaries. This is Peacock, October 16th. Chicago, Area contractor John Wayne Gacy leads a double life as a serial taker out of bitch. Okay. While detectives piece together clues that lead to a shocking discovery. Okay. That is October 16th on Peacock. Excuse me. Candy said, "You the queen TV. You know you're gonna get in. Listen, Candy, I ain't been getting it in like I used to, honey. Trust and believe. Y'all know before, like as soon as a show would go off, I would be up here doing a review. I just don't have it in me to do it like I used to. That's why I'll be doing the lives with y'all ladies. And now, if I get some free time and life ain't life in the way it's been life in, then I definitely will get it in as much as I possibly can. But that's why I don't be making no promises no more because sometimes I just can't do it. I just ain't got to do. Okay. But I definitely do. It'd be a lot of stuff I'll be wanting to talk about, but I'll try to get in as much as I can. So now we have, my father and I are following this case crazy because South Carolina was in the news surrounding this. Oh, yeah, yeah. A lot of people was talking about that case, so I'm definitely interested in seeing what they're going to be talking about. Okay. My screen is froze again, so bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Um, and it's funny, of course, it be working fine all day. The minute you get up here for a live, that's when everything want to act crazy. But it is what it is. We have Our Fault, okay, on Prime. Another little look like another little rom com. I think this comes from like books. This will be October 16th. So we have Nick and Noah's relationship peaks before facing events that is testing if they're meant to be or if they should part ways. Okay, should I love you or should I let you go? Can they overcome their past despite strong feelings, or are love and forgiveness not enough? So if you're looking for a little lovey-dovey, romance, then this might be the one for you. And that is Our Fault on Prime, October 16th. Um, then we have um support gaming. You know what the hell I mean. Okay, right now I'm all up here congested. Okay, mind you, that didn't happen until I got up here for the self-care. All of a sudden I got congested, my nose is running, my throat is hurting, and my stuff is freezing. Okay. And I'm still trying to put in that work for y'all and let y'all know what y'all should be watching. Okay. So then we have The Diplomat. Okay, I think this was out already on Netflix. I think this is a new season if I'm not mistaken. I feel like I was watching this, but I probably need to refresh. This will be out October 16th. We got Kerry Russell. Um in the midst of an international crisis, Kate Weiler, a career diplomat, lands in a high profile job for which she is not suited, and a technical implications for her marriage and her political future. Yeah, I was watching this. I don't remember what happened though, so I definitely need to revisit. But that will be back October 16th, The Diplomats, okay, on Netflix. The Diplomats on Netflix, October 16th. Okay. Next up, I think this one is theaters. Is October 17th. That's my daddy birthday. Okay. And the 16th for what you call it, that's my niece birthday. All these birthdays this month. So next up for October 17th in theaters, we have Black Phone 2. I'm looking forward to this. I actually thought it was a great movie as far as the first one. I was not expecting, did not have them making a 2 on my bingo card because I was like, ain't he damn dead? Like, what the hell is going on? But I love me some Ethan Hawke. Again, check out The Lowdown on Hulu if you have not seen that. That's out now. But this is going to be October 17th, theaters, Black Phone 2. As Finn, now 17, struggles with life after his captivity, his sister begins receiving calls in her dreams from a black phone, okay? Seeing disturbing visions of three boys being stalked at a winter camp known as Alpha Lake. So this is one that is definitely this is one that's definitely for the Halloween kitties. Okay, a little scary for you. I like Black. Like I said, I like the first one, so we'll see what they talking about with the second one. Whether they should have left it alone, whether it's gonna be just as good or whether it's gonna be not as good. Of course, I will definitely give y'all an update if I get to check it out. Then we have Good Fortune. I think this one is with Keanu Reeves, if I'm not mistaken. So Keanu back out here in these streets. And we have Seth Rogen, and it's a well-meaning but rather inept angel named Gabriel meddles in the lives of a struggling gig worker and a wealthy venture capitalist. Okay. Oh, and Keke Palmer's up in here too. It's actually another movie that's coming out on BET that's going to have Raven Simone. I can't remember everybody that's in it. I don't have it on this list. But if I remember, I'm going to look it up and I'm going to put it in the community tab. I'm telling y'all, there's so much stuff coming out. You can't even keep up with all this stuff. It's crazy. Then let's see what we have for the next one. My computer's running a little slow, so it's gonna take some time, y'all. But thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all for coming through and hanging in the den with your girl. Okay. So the next one is, I believe, let me see, what is this? I think it's After the Hunt is next. And this is in theaters. Okay, this will be October 17th as well. Julia Roberts is back in the building. Okay, we got Andrew Garfield. And as a college professor finds herself at a personal and professional crossroads with a star pupil levels an accusation against one of the colleagues, and a dark secret from her own past threatens to come to light. Y'all know Julia Roberts always gonna come in here with some shenanigans, baby. Okay. And I'm gonna be here for it. I think that might be one to go ahead and put on the watch list. I may not get to the theaters to see it, but eventually I will check it out. Okay. And then next we have The Perfect Neighbor. That already sounds like it's some damn mess. Okay. The Perfect Neighbor is another one coming from Netflix. It's on October 17th. We have a minor disagreement between neighbors in Florida that takes a lethal turn. With police body camera footage and interviews probing the aftermath of the state's controversial stand your ground laws. Oh Lord, I don't know if I need to see that because we seeing enough craziness happening in real life in real time. But that is The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix, October 17th. Okay. I'll move on to the next one. Baby, when I seen Kendall share the damn trailer for this, y'all, when I tell y'all, and y'all should already know this, if y'all been rocking with me for a minute, I cannot stand how many remakes and reimaginings and reinventings we doing over old movies and TV shows, okay? We making TV shows into movies, we making movies into TV shows. And don't get me wrong, sometimes they work, sometimes as that exception to the rule, as they say, right? And I don't mind giving people credit when credit is due and when they do a good job. But when are we gonna really have people that's gonna have their own damn unique things to bring to the table? Like seriously, every other movie or show is a remake. And it's irking my damn nerves. I don't feel like The Hand That Rocks the Cradle needed a remake. I just really don't. I love the original. I remember going to see the original in the movies. But for whatever reason, they want to sit here and give us The Hand That Rocks the Cradle on Hulu October 22nd, child. I guess. If that's what y'all want to do. I doubt I'm gonna be checking it out, but I'm not mad at anybody that wants to. If I do, it would be one of those like when I get to it, I get to it. I ain't got nothing else going on type of thing. I just, that's just how I feel about it. But they have an upscale suburban mom brings a new nanny, Polly Murphy, into her home, only to discover she is not the person she claims to be. Whoop de doo. Okay. I just don't see the need for that. But that of course is coming to you on Hulu. Okay. On Hulu. Um October 22nd, child. There's a no for me, dog. Right, right. No, we don't need it. Okay, we don't need it. No more remakes. Like no more wire hangers, but no more remakes, damn it. Yeah, like they doing too much. Mm-mm. Yeah. Then we have Mob War. Okay, this is Mob War Philadelphia versus Mafia. Another documentary. Okay, for my documentary people, this is another one on Netflix. It is also October 22nd, and it is a documentary. Okay, I don't think I'm familiar with this story, so this may be one that I may want to go ahead and check out and see what they're talking about. We have Philadelphia is the city of brotherly love, but in the 90s, it was a bloodbath. Two warring fractions, okay, the mob battle for control in this true crime series. So, yeah, I'm going to probably see what that's talking about. That is Mob War, Philadelphia versus the Mafia. Child, when I tell y'all the way this damn thing is moving so slow, I'm trying to be patient with it because it's irking my damn nerves, and I'm telling y'all to be patient with it. It's really doing the most right now. But some things we can't control. We just gotta lean with it, roll with it, rock with it. Okay, make it do what it do, and that's it. That's all. So then we have Monster of Florence, right? An Italian true crime series about Florence Monster, probably the most well-known enactment serial taker out in recent Italian history. Okay, so now we going over here to Italy, where they psychos is at, and this is on Netflix. October 22nd. So, like I said, Netflix actually has a lot out this month. I shared some of the Netflix ones in my community tab, and I have like maybe half of them that's up here on my list, right? So, there's a whole nother half that y'all can look up there on the community tab or social media or inside of the Discord and be able to see for the things that Netflix, got going on this month. And I shared some Tubi stuff too for anybody that just joined that, may not have heard me earlier, but y'all check that out when y'all get a chance as well. Then next up we have the family business, bitch. Okay, the family business is back in the building, baby. All right. The trailer dropped yesterday, and I did join EJ for the trailer reaction. We know now that it will be back October 23rd, and hopefully I'll be able to join, the live discussions. Of course, this is around the Duncan family. Okay. We have them thriving exotic car dealership, and at night we got the dangerous secret lives, and now we're gonna be having a war. Junior done show his damn ass, and Donna talking about I ain't the old Donna, and Chippy like, bitch, I'll whip your ass. I'm here for all of it. I want to see what the hell is going down. Like we used, we be wanting the Duncans to stick together, so I'm not happy to see a war amongst the family. Okay, I'm not happy at all. Junior need his ass whipped. But if y'all not watching, I definitely recommend this. I think it's really good. It was kind of a slow start, and I binged it because, shout out to EJ, but she put me on to it, and I binged it. I got into it. Of course, they now have the NOLA spinoff too, So if y'all have a chance, definitely check it out. I know EJ mentioned something about doing like a watch, maybe marathon or something over it. So I'll touch base with her and see if that's still gonna go on. So if it's somebody that's not familiar and didn't get to watch it, maybe y'all could watch it with us that way. But if not, I definitely do recommend it. And I would say to definitely go ahead and check it out. Okay, y'all. And I'm waiting for my computer to let me move the damn thing because right now it ain't letting me move nothing. Okay. It ain't letting me move nothing. It said, nope, nada, zero, zip. You ain't doing a damn thing. You gonna stay right stuck here. Mm-mm-mm. Charles, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Y'all know it gotta either be the internet, stream y'all, it gotta be something. So now we have a House of Dynamite. Okay, another one coming in for Netflix. Um, on October 24th. And I think my man Idris is in this, if I remember correctly. I'm not too sure I know it's something. If it's not this, it's one of the other ones because I know I saw him in something. Yes, Idris Alba, Rebecca Ferguson, and Gabrielle Bezos. So when a single unattributed missile is launched at the United States, a race begins to determine who is responsible and how to respond. A house of dynamite. And I love me some Idris, so more than likely I'll check this out. This is also coming from Netflix. Coming from Netflix. So Netflix is definitely trying to get busy as they can right now. Then we have on coming in. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Mayor of Kingstown, bitch, is back in the building. If y'all have not been watching Mayor of Kingstown, again, y'all, I cannot stress this enough that it is another one of the Taylor Sheridan shows I just talked about earlier as far as Tulsa King, and I just feel like none of his shows miss. We usually cover this show. Hopefully, God willing, I will be able to join Moochie if she's going to be talking about it, which I think she is. This comes on Paramount, and I think it's going to be back on October 26th, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, we rocks with Mike. Okay, Mike ain't nothing to play with. He be out here in these damn streets. He come from a family of like one brother was a cop, the other brother was kind of like the mayor of Kingstown, and then he had to kind of step in and take over. So we usually have him being the mediator for everybody loves to call on Mike, but then everybody loves to blame Mike when things go wrong, okay, which be pissing me off, and I'll be having to go off on them. But I am absolutely looking forward to this one. This is definitely a top tier show. I definitely recommend this one. If you have not already been watching it, I would definitely suggest that you go and you binge this one, honey, and you are not going to be disappointed at all. You're going to be like, why the hell wasn't I watching this already? Okay. Yeah, I think they are supposed to bring that one back, Candy, and I thought that was going to be a one and done, but I remember that it had got renewed. Um yeah. They really putting out a lot. Yeah, Junior definitely need belt size. Okay, he definitely need that because he's getting on my damn nerves. Um, yeah, Mike McCluskey. Okay, he do not play. So if y'all have not been watching that one, I'm telling you, you will come back and thank me later. That's definitely top tier TV. So go ahead and get caught up on it before we start doing our reviews so y'all will be able to join the conversation. Then we have it. Okay, we got the little Zeri back in the building. Welcome to Zeri, a series HBO Max. The 26th, I believe this one comes out too. I'm looking forward to this. you know um of course they have had the It movies, and they have had different references in different movies pertaining to Derry and the shenanigans that be going on. And so, we're gonna have them moving into the town, and it looked like it's gonna be some more shenanigans popping off, okay? Because you got a black family that's moving in. This is following the events in 1960, the time leading up to the events, like prior to that first film. And we do have Bill Skarsgård in here as well, which I'm actually like him. I like a lot of the projects that he's been in. So, I'm going to go ahead and check it out. This is definitely one that's at the top of my list to watch. Let's see what we got next after this. I think we almost done, y'all, because we've been rocking up here almost 2 hours. I don't think I even had a damn what you should be watching this long before. And I said I ain't hardly have nothing on the damn list. um Now this one is Haida. I love Tessa Thompson, and she's in this. And it's been actually getting a lot of, raves for her. So this is gonna be on Prime October 29th. And we are following her renowned stage drama, right, in 1891, reimagined in an epic and emotional way. So I don't know. They saying that she's probably gonna get some awards for this, and I ain't mad at it. Okay, get it, girl, if you can. And then we have Star Wars Visions. If anybody's interested, that will be on Disney October 29th. It ain't my cup of tea, but sometimes the kiddies, like I said, or family or whatever. I know there's a lot of Star Wars fans. This is an anthology of animated shorts from around the world celebrating the mythology of Star Wars through unique cultural perspectives. Okay. So that might be one that you may want to check out. And then I'm not that familiar with this one, but we have something new coming in from Anne Rice. I'm an Anne Rice fan as far as the interview with the vampire. I can't wait for that TV show to come back. And there were certain aspects of Mayfair Witches that I did like. This apparently is something else from her with the Talamasca Secret Order. It'll be on AMC on October 26th. And so, hey, I don't know if anybody's interested in that, but like I said, I try to give a little bit of everything for everybody. Ain't always necessarily just stuff that I want to watch, okay? So we are following a secret society which tracks down supernatural beings such as witches, vampires, and werewolves. It might be something. You never know. You never know. Okay. So for anybody that might be interested in that, I think this might be the last one. Child, we done went through some movies up here, or maybe it's one more after this, but this is Frankenstein. We don't have so many damn different Frankenstein adaptations, but this is one that's coming in from I forget his daggone name, and it'd be hard for me to pronounce it. Guillermo del Toro. I'm sure I'm jacking it up, right? This is his adaptation. It's gonna be in theaters on October 17th, but then it's also gonna be on Netflix November 7th. So now they've been doing that thing where the movie, comes to theaters but then it comes out on streaming services like a month later, or sometimes it's actually in theaters and streaming services at the same time. So pretty much if you don't get to catch it in theaters, then you can catch it on Netflix, right? And then the last but not least is The Witcher, which will be on Netflix October 30th. I'm so mad that when you click on this, it's still showing Henry Cavill's face and has his name there when it's actually, I can't think of his name, but I know it's Chris Hemsworth's brother that's actually playing him now. I am a Witcher fan. I do like The Witcher, but I feel like it's probably not gonna get as much play because Henry Cavill didn't come back. I know that he didn't come back, one, because he didn't like how the story was going. He didn't feel like they was following. I guess they had like difference of opinions as far as that. And also he's a busy man. So now you got Chris stepping in, and I feel like it's probably not gonna be his fault. Well, not him, but his brother. I don't think it's gonna be his fault, but I don't know if as many people are gonna really be into it as they were, but I'll check it out. If you are a Witcher fan, let me know. Are you looking forward to it, not looking forward to it, or whatever? Um, so yeah, y'all, like I said, if y'all watch any of these, definitely let me know that you watched it, what you liked, what you looking forward to. Um, if you have any recommendations for me, please do not hesitate to put it in the comments and let me know things that I should be watching. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm more than likely ain't gonna get to watch all of these because these is a whole hell of a lot. I can tell you which ones that I will definitely probably try my best, or that would be at the top of the list for me that I would want to check out. So Play Dirty, I do think I want to check that one out. That was from Prime Video, October 1st. Then Bone Lake, maybe I'm definitely not going to the theaters to see it, but whenever it gets on streaming service, I would check that one out. And then you have The Lost Bus. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about that. That's Apple TV, October 3rd. That would be at the top of my list. Steve, maybe. Monster, the Ed Gein story. I'm actually watching that right now. Watched the first two episodes this morning. Had a crazy start to it. Smashing Machine is definitely on my list. I do want to check this out. That is theaters. October 3rd as well. All those first ones was October 3rd. I ain't really too interested in those. I'm not interested in these, but if anybody is and they watch them, definitely give me the update on those as well. I would say that this Alabama solution about, telling the craziness that went down in this prison, the documentary, HBO Max, October 7th. I'm interested in that. The Last Frontier on Apple TV, October 7th. That might be something to definitely check out. Netflix, The Woman in Cabin 10, October 7th. I think that's something worth checking out. Roofman, maybe if I get to it, it wouldn't be on the top of the list for me. Then we have what's the next one? 911. They kind of lost me with this one, but I do still support my girl Angela Bassett always. John Candy, I definitely will want to see what that's talking about if I get a chance. Um, this one is definitely top of the list for me. Okay. Murdoch, Death in the Family miniseries, Prom, October 15th. I'm definitely going to be checking that out. And if we could have a discussion around it, I would be interested in that. Then you have Devil in Disguise, another documentary, Peacock, John Wayne Gacy, October 16th. This would definitely be at the top of my list. The Diplomat is another one that would be at the top. Netflix, October 16th. Then you have Black Phone 2. Definitely interested in that. Theaters, October 17th. Um, Good Fortune, if I get a chance to. After The Hunt, for me, it would be if I get a chance to, or whenever it comes on streaming. The Perfect Neighbor, I don't know. This seems like this could be triggering possibly, but if I get a chance to. That's Netflix, October 17th. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, I have no interest in, just me personally. But if y'all watch it and it's good, definitely put it in the comments and let me know. Be like, Tamika, I watched it and they did the damn thing. Okay, I don't know. Then we have Mob War, Philadelphia, Netflix, October 22nd. I feel like I want to see what this is talking about. This is another documentary about, Philadelphia versus the mafia. Um, then we have the Monster of Florence miniseries, Netflix, October 22nd. I feel like I might want to check that out. So it's actually a couple that I do want to check out of all of these. The House of Dynamite, just because it got my man Idris in there. That's Netflix, October 24th. Um, Definitely want to see what that's talking about. Then we have Family Business. Okay, absolutely gonna see what that's talking about. Um it okay. Welcome to Derry is definitely at the top of my list. I'm sorry, y'all, because I think I'm talking a little faster than the damn screen is going and my thing is acting up, but that's definitely at the top of my list. And for some reason I don't think it showed up, or maybe I missed it, but also Watson comes back. Watson is back October, I want to say 13th it comes back. So let's please support our boy Morris Chestnut. Let's get them numbers up. Let's make sure that people are watching so that they do not cancel that. Also, we need more people watching and talking about Reasonable Doubt. Okay, it's not enough people talking about that one for me. Let's get the numbers up on that as well. I don't know, y'all. My screen is stuck again, so I don't know if it's gonna unstick. I don't know if y'all can still hear me. I'm just running my mouth a mile a minute, but I'm gonna try to give it a minute and see if it come back in. Not letting me do anything right now. This is so frustrating. Like when you prepare stuff and you get up here to do a live, I know sometimes things happen that, is out of our control, but it's very frustrating. Like this happens in the middle of a live. I don't know if I should leave and come back in. I don't know what the heck is happening. Mm-mm-mm. And at this point, it's not even letting me close it out either. This is crazy. I don't know what just happened. It's not letting me leave. It's not letting me close it out. It's not letting me Hey, y'all. I don't know what happened, child, but everything just locked down. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Um, because this thing wanted to just show out, baby. It showed all the way the hell out. And of course, that's what happens, right? Whenever you have company, that's when stuff want to show out. It was fine with the self care, and then all of a sudden it got all crazy when it came to this. But we still had a good time. I still got my point across, I think, and got to tell y'all most of the stuff that I wanted to say. Like I said, check the community tab because I know that I put up a whole bunch of Netflix stuff there. I'm gonna try to add. Probably won't be today. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Okay, maybe it will be just over the next couple of days. I will add some of these that I talked about on the list just in case y'all want to go back to them and see what is have a reminder of some of the ones that I said that I was really looking forward to, that I think you guys will be looking forward to. I'll put those in the community tab. I will also put them, in the Discord and on social media. So one way or another you'll see them. Also, we have oh gosh. As far as what I got coming up, I really don't know. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's Sisters Wednesday, Zatima Thursday, Reasonable Doubt Friday. I do have to do my Love at the Lockup review. That may be tomorrow. And yeah, I think that's really it for now. Cause I don't want to tell you I'm gonna do something and then don't do it. But I will say keep your notifications on. And if I am able to kind of do something for my members, I really want to do that. And then maybe a couple of other movies and shows that I want to kind of give my thoughts on that I haven't been able to do yet. I definitely appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me because I don't know what the hell just happened. Candy said it's a no for me, dog, with it. She said, she gonna add that to her list, okay? Let me know because some of these y'all might get to watch before I get to watch them. Um, Demarcus says to Teach a Dragon will air on Hulu October 10th. Um, yeah, Liam Hemsworth. That's his name. Thank you, Miss T. I couldn't think of it, nothing. I'm like, I know he Chris' brother, okay? Yeah, definitely you finish The Boys and then go right on into Gen V. It is a good time, baby. It's a crazy time. You be like, what the hell is wrong with these people? But it's definitely a good time. What's up, pretty girl? I hope you are doing well. Hey, girly. Hope everything is good with you. Happy Saturday to you. Thank you for checking in. Yeah, so the one I was talking about, y'all, because I don't even want to try to pull anything else up. If I do, I don't know what the hell gonna happen. But the other movie I was talking about, I'll try to add this one in the community tab as well. It's called War Dogs. It's with Raven Simone, Golden Brooks, Jill Marie Jones, Kadeem Hardison, and I want to say Michael Beach is in it as well. It's going to be on BET on October 16th, right? So that may be one that y'all may want to check out too. I didn't get to add that to the list. Again, support Watson, okay? Support my man Watson. That's going to be October 13th. Mayor Kingstown is one. If you haven't been watching it, I'm telling you, it does not disappoint at all. That's gonna be October 26th. Those is definitely at the top of my list. Um yeah, we got a couple of documentaries that we could choose from. So it's a lot. And I ain't even get to finish everything from September. So I know I'm not finishing everything from October, but it's good to know that even if you don't get to watch it now, you could tap into it later. But if you can, some of the black shows, especially, I always bet on black. I always support black, okay, because we know how they be doing with our shows. If you can, then try to look at those. I definitely would suggest the Lost Bus, Apple TV, October 3rd. I think that's gonna be one that's definitely gonna be good. Smashing Machine, I feel like that's gonna be giving us a lot. Um, that Alabama Solution, like I said, I'm gonna see what that's talking about. So it's a couple that's definitely at the top of my list. And if y'all watch any of them, again, let me know if y'all have any recommendations for me. I know they just added something new on YouTube where you can open up the community tab where you guys can actually put stuff in it too. I might try that out. Of course, let's keep it cute. Let's keep it respectful. Okay. But maybe y'all can add movies in there. Y'all can add self-care things in there. Because, sometimes when me running around in life, and I don't get to add them in as much as I used to. So that would be a help to me as well. And there's another way that we could all communicate. So we'll see what that's talking about. But other than that, I think that's all I got, y'all. I think that's it. That's all. We done been up here for 2 hours. Okay, bitch. I'm going to go see if I can get me something to eat, relax, and late release, kick up my feet. Okay, kick off my shoes, kick up my feet. And find me something good to, eat and watch. And y'all guys do the same. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Miss T, Candy Love. Thank you so much, Girly Lemon Kush Pepper. I know EJ was in the building earlier. Thank you. Pretty Girl for tapping in, checking in. Zamarcus Vaughn, Support Gaming. Who else was here? I missed you, blame it on my mind. Okay. I mean, blame it on my mind, not my heart. I know All In with Ali C was in the building. Y'all go ahead and support her too. I know she's on TikTok and she's on YouTube. I didn't even realize that at first. And she shares a lot of stuff surrounding mental health and self-care as well. Oh, what's up, VKJ? I didn't even know that he came in the building. See, I was so busy yapping my mouth. I ain't even see certain people that came in, but I appreciate you all. If you was watching for Facebook or whatever, I appreciate y'all over there too. And hopefully, God willing, we'll do this again next month. And, any updates, I will definitely let y'all know. Yeah, that's it. That's all. Yeah. Till next time, toodaloo. Welcome. Come in. This is Tamika's Den. I'm Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the Den.
Go lock in with Tamika's Den. Ooh, that's fire. Go lock in with Tamika's Den.
Power to the people, okay? Feeling like I'm about to come out and box. Because baby, they trifling, okay? All these people need to be in the damn trash, all right? Throw the tajadas away. As a matter of fact, wipe the damn bloodline out, y'all.
Be the den. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you spend the Saturday.
Honey, when I tell y'all that is the foolishness and the foolery and the messiness for me. Baby, we got a whole hot ass mess going on, all right?